Hello, and welcome back to stream. Let me get things switched on over. Alrighty. We are back today with Nancy Drew, Secret of the Scarlet Hand. So let's load this. Hello, can we load, please? Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's what I thought. We just started a new day so we can go and see Henrik again. So, let's go drop off the picture of the call over at Henrik's room. Oh good, okay, we can go in there. Henrik Vanderheun, 6'1.5", Washington, D.C. He's divorced, he has no children, and his allergies include chicken and bee stings. The man is allergic to chicken. I'm so sorry.
Well, look who it is.
Ready to do some memory work, Henrik? I brought you a picture. This will help you to remember.
That face. He's as familiar as my own feet.
Do you know his name?
Pakal. Nancy, this is the stolen carving, isn't it? And I'm the one who took it.
What?
I must have. But why? Oh, Pakal. What could I have meant by this?
I don't want to overwhelm him, but both of those are bad choices.
Think, Henrik. Where's the carving now?
I can't remember.
Easy, Henrik. The answers are in your head. You just need to find them.
It's still in the museum.
Oh.
Why would you break into the display case and steal the carving only to leave it in the museum?
To protect him. I had to protect him. Oh, Pakal. Something is going on at that museum, a devious plot. I was the only one who could stand in the way.
Okay.
What kind of plot?
Forgive me, Nancy, but when I woke up in this hospital bed, I didn't even know my own name. Perhaps the only thing I can offer you is this key. It was found in one of my pockets when I was brought in.
Do you know what lock it belongs to?
I haven't a clue. Take the key now, Nancy. Find out what it opens and return to me, please, with some answers.
You can count on me, Henrik.
In the meantime, I'll sit with my friend Pakal and see if he will tell me anything new. You must keep this to yourself for now. It's your only hope of getting to the bottom of this.
I know if we ask some of these, we'll get to the "you're asking the wrong amnesiac," which is the stream title for today. But I don't want to overwhelm him either.
You rest up. I'll be back.
Be careful.
I know if you talk to him about too much stuff, he'll oh no, my head, it's too much. And then you won't be able to talk to him until the next day. So we have a key now. Let's go see if we can figure out what this key unlocks. I know what it unlocks. I've actually already looked at it before, and I was like, oh man, they're locked.
It's locked.
Alright, what have we got here? Oh, a disc. Okay. Anything else?
It's locked.
Oh. 1672. Hiked with Big Bunny all day, temperatures in the hundreds, water scarce, but Highland region is beautiful and pristine except for Bunny's incessant commentary. Even spotted a quetzalcoatl flying amongst the branches, a rare treat, symbolizes freedom and wealth, tale highly prized by the Maya. 722. Crossed paths with an old shaman today, eager for some relief from Big Bunny, accepted old man's invitation to eat. Old man, Vicente. Vicente? Ah. Vicente. Something like that, sorry. I know some Spanish, but I'm quite bad at it. Gave us very strong tea, to which Big Bunny reacted negatively. He kept shouting, "Bunny rabbits, flaming bunny rabbits." Return of the Repressed? Once he even pounced on the floor to try and catch one, but there was nothing there. Vicente? Vic? Thought this was very funny. I nearly expired from embarrassment. Tea had no unusual effect on me. Very amused, Vic. Ah! Old man told us legend has it that the Highlands are haunted by the spirit of Amakali. I understood most, translated for Bunny. Here is the legend best I could gather. At the height of Pakal's reign, a royal Maya scribe, Siwapili Amakali, wrote an account of the Maya that somehow defamed Pakal's name. Amakali disappeared along with all traces of her work. The rumor was that Pakal banished the scribe and her writings to the far reaches of the netherworld. Highland elders swear that Amakali has haunted these hills for centuries and will not rest until her writings are unearthed and her name is restored to dignity. Banished? Ha, if only Pakal were so lenient. Would have enjoyed the story much more without the unwanted outbursts of my foolish sidekick. Quite a tale, though. Amazing that it has survived somehow over hundreds of years. Big Bunny wants to start small-time smuggling. To start small-time smuggling racket to pay off his college tuition. I mean, sometimes college tuition is bad, but I don't know if smuggling is the way to go. Ugh, he's the last person I'd want for a partner in crime, but I do need some way to fund my own studies. Some way to... I wonder if I could stand it. Travels today have been uneventful. Sun is hotter than ever. Tomorrow we will return to base camp. Cannot wait to be rid of my companion. Suspect he is really a dog in bunny clothing. Did I miss? Can this go down? Oh yeah. Heard Rain last night, shared a tent with Big Bunny out of kindness. Pity. What does he eat? He's suffocated? Oh no. Okay, so it looks like I saw everything else. This. So it must be Henrik's notes from a past exploration talking about Siwapili and Makali. Number stations. Decoding the numbers. Smuggler stations. Good.
Looks like I need to find someone who speaks Nahuatl.
We know someone who speaks Nahuatl. Password is the Nahuatl word for snake. Anything else in here? Translation notes continued. Blessing, curse. Blessing, but this face. Interesting. I think I should take that to Henrik, maybe. Okay, so we found some very interesting things. This is our first, I believe, like, reference to Siwapili and Makali, which will be quite important as the game goes on. We should check and see if we have any voicemail. I don't think we should, but you never know.
You have no voice.
No. Okay. Alright. So let's head over to Henrik's room real quick to give him those translation notes, and then we can go talk to Alejandro Del Rio, who speaks Nahuatl. Okay, he's sleeping. That's cool. We're gonna put it up here anyway. Okay. On over to the Mexican consulate. We also have Henrik's disc to look at. We should do that after we talk to Alejandro.
Buenos dias.
Have you heard? The police received an anonymous tip, and they're considering Joanna a prime suspect in a Bacall theft. They've taken her in for questioning.
I called in that tip.
Bro.
She lied about the Cinnabar, and you may not know this, but she has jeopardized the museum's finances with all of her wheeling and dealing. Why should she not be questioned?
How do you know about museum finances?
I have my sources.
Oh, okay.
I need to know the Nahuatl word for snake. Can you help me?
What do you need that word for?
I'd rather not say. It's part of my investigation.
Now, if only I could remember the word for snake.
Okay.
I hear you have been a great help to Henrik. I wonder if you can help me improve my memory too.
Something tells me this translation is going to come with strings attached.
I am almost certain that the provenance documents for the Pakal carving were falsified. I have asked Joanna to see the documents, but she evades me. If you can find that file in her office and bring it to me, I think it might help my memory of Nahuatl a lot.
Oh boy.
What makes you think they were falsified?
In Mexico, it is common knowledge that the carving was stolen from Pakal's tomb when it was first excavated. But no one has been able to prove it. If I can determine that the provenance documents are a fraud, this will be the first major step toward legal repatriation of the artwork, whenever and wherever it resurfaces.
Okay, Alejandro. I'll see what I can do.
I feel my Nahuatl coming back to me already. Do you know what Sihuapili means? Princess or lady. Now, if only I could remember the word for snake.
I should get back to the museum.
Yes, you should.
So Siwapili and Siwapili Amakali means princess or lady. Royal scribe. Okay, we are going to... Let's go talk to Taylor Sinclair also. He may have, I don't know, something to complain about. Just open the door and shut it.
Any news?
Joanna says you performed an act of wizardry in helping Beach Hill acquire the Pakal carving.
Getting those provenance docs together was a pig and a half. Oh, they're on the up and up, I assure you. But to have been at the height of my career back before the crackdown, those were the days.
What
Crackdown?
Maybe sometime I'll tell you a sad story I call How Mexico Lost Its Sense of Humor. Not today, though, Nancy.
I'd
Okay.
better get going.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, that's, I'm sure that's a great story. I'm sure there's nothing concerning or alarming in that story that Taylor Sinclair can tell us. Alright, so here we are. Oh. No, I don't know that password. Maybe Henrik will know. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we need to go get the provenance documents too. Okay. Sure, let's go over to Beach Hill. We also need to start the next level of the pyramid to go through that. Which is quite fun. Let's see, I guess we probably shouldn't carry the provenance documents around, though. She just grabbed them. What time is it? Okay. So we should be able to go into the second level of the museum now. Yes. This is so cool. It's so cool. So we have 3 more games on this level. We have this one. Then we have another quiz. And then we also, I believe this is the level with the maze game. Is this the maze game? Oh, no. Is this the maze game? Oh, maze game offline. Okay, so we know the system login and password. It's, we found that in Sunny's disk. Let's do this game first. It can be kind of annoying to figure out the right way to do it, so I'll show you here. I'll do it wrong here. So let's do like, I don't know, power 3, angle. Let's go mid. See, we press shoot. And then this dude throws the ball and misses. There's a number of four total levels in this game. It doesn't actually have a name, so I called it the Olaball game after the Elena of Avalor thing. Okay, so level 1, written in my notes here, because it can be kind of annoying to guess and check this. You can kind of figure it out. But level 1 is angles high. Power 4. Yay! Okay. Level 2. Angle is mid. Power level is 3. I spent like 20 or 30 minutes getting all of these correct when I was writing them in my notes. So it can take a while. Okay, angle, mid, power 5. Nice. Okay. Level 4. Angle, low. Power, 6. Yay! Hooray! Alright, that one's done. And then if we can look at this too. Camille. Underworld. It's against the powers of life. Those were moving really fast to read. Exposed jawbone. It's a skeletal figure with rotting flesh. That's exciting, I guess. Cool. Death sign. Okay. Hooray. If I was a kid, I would be terrified at this. Not like kid playing this game. Oh. Lady of the Rainbow. I wanted to learn about the Rainbow Goddess. Gay rights. Not like as a kid playing this game, but if I was an actual child in this museum, I would be terrified of that presentation. Alright. So, we know that the login and password. Login is SJune. The password is space baby. Cool. So this is a maze game. You go back and forth, you know. Traditional. There's a really easy way to figure this game out by pressing M. And then you get a map. So you can see we're the tiny little blue dot here, and we gotta get down to this square here. So let's just, oops, not get stuck. It is a kind of fun game. I would love to play this game if I was a kid in this museum. Through here, go down this way. Now it's a forest. We go right through here. Oh no, we're not go through there. Oh, okay. We go through here. Okay. Then we go through here. And through here. Wrong way. We go this way. Yay! There are multiple ways to solve that game because there's a way that you go through the forest area. That's the usual way I solve it. So I don't know why I didn't go through the usual forest way this time. Oh well. Okay, so this is the quiz. So we'll go through the questions real quick. Well, I mean, you can only see one question. What is the name of one of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Jaguar's wives? I have these all written down. So the questions are, there's 5 questions. What is the name of one of Shield Jaguar's wives? That's the first question. The second one is, what Maya monster represents life and death? What did the Maya call a decorative woven blouse? What is a kahal? And what is the name of a Maya matchmaker? We've actually found, I think I've commented on all of these before. You can find all of these answers in the garden. So the name of one of Shield Jaguar's wives is Lady Jacques. I think I accidentally got her mixed up with Lady Zack Cook, who is Pakal's mother. So, what Maya monster represents life and death? That is the bicephalic. That's how you pronounce it. Bicephalic monster. What did Maya call a decorative woven blouse? That is a hupil. A kahal is a nobleman. What is the note of a Maya matchmaker? Note, I can't find the answer to this in the museum. SJ. That's a little worrisome because I don't know what it is either. I mean, I have it written down. But we have to do a few things before we find this answer. So we can't quite go down to the 3rd level of the museum yet, but we will be able to. Okay, so let's see if we can... So if it's not found in the museum, then I bet it's not on Sunny's disc either. So maybe we should go ask Henrik. See if he's awake. Oh, turning myself around. Okay. I guess we can grab the Providence documents, go see Henrik, and then go see Alejandro. Do you not want any of these? Oh, okay, just take the whole thing. Okay, I was confused. I thought I was gonna take one of the pages, but I just took the whole thing. Okay. Let's go see Henrik. He's awake. Great. Okay. We don't have anything new we can give him. We can talk to him, though.
Nancy, you have brought me back to my work.
You recognize the riddle, then?
I've been working like a fiend. Look at the board.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Curse upon you who beholds his terror. The evil deeds of the Whisperer of Silent Secrets remain undead. Within the prison of stone. Broken only when the 4 corners of the world are bound together. When the first king ascends to the throne again. When the last Copan fool has labored till the end of time.
This has something to do with the plot at the museum, Nancy. I'm sure of it.
Okay.
Who is this Whisperer of Silent Secrets?
The Whisperer came from a distinguished line of royal scribes. I can't seem to remember her name, but I do recall that she wrote an account of Maya history that greatly angered Pakal because of the way it depicted his ascent to the throne.
Siwapili Emakali.
How did Pakal wish to be depicted?
From the age of 12, when he came to the throne, Pakal claimed to be divinely appointed the first true authentic king of the Maya. Then, the Whisperer came along and wrote that Pakal was only king because his mother pulled some strings. It was quite a blow to Pakal's image.
So he put her in a stone prison?
Pakal swore that the Whisperer's words would never see the light of day. He put her body, her soul, and her writings all in a tomb and locked it up tight.
Wait, Henrik, a prison of stone? We're not talking about the monolith, are we?
That's the idea.
Oh boy, the monolith is a tomb.
Do you think the monolith can be opened?
Good question. I'm certain that there's a dirty rat trying to get into that tomb. This is where my memory fizzles out. If I could only figure out why I took the Pakal.
Do you think there is anyone I can trust?
Please don't breathe a word of this. There's too much at stake.
Okay, I want to try and get the...
Do you know anything about the theft of Prudence Rutherford's necklace?
I can't remember.
Okay, relax.
Did you use Joanna's name last week to place an order for Cinnabar with Keep It Real Restoration?
You're asking the wrong amnesiac.
There we go. You're asking the wrong amnesiac.
Do you have anything against Joanna?
Who knows?
Who knows? Alright,
You rest up. I'll be back.
Be careful.
so we now have the password to Henrik's disc. Stone. Let's go try it. You may be asking me, but you've played this game before. Didn't you know that the password to his disc was stone? Yeah, it glitches out. It doesn't let you view the disc if you enter it before you find it through the correct way. You're still able to play through the game fully, but it just kind of like... I think it gives you like a static screen. You're like, oh right, I have to find it the proper way. Okay. Yay! Translation, notes, and contacts. Okay. Oh, here's the translation. Okay. Notes. Bull. Ritualistic ball game originated about 3000 BC. Metaphor for warfare. Okay. Atanzahab. Matchmaker. Okay. So that's our answer. I have it written down already. Greenstone. Jade. Serpentine. Divine. More gold. 6 keys. Okay. Prison of stone. 6 separate keys must be assembled to fit the lock. 4 corners of the world plus fool and a king equals 6. Okay. Scribe Emma Colley from Shaman's Legends. See travel notes from Summer of 72. Monolith must be a mechanism for her punishment, and because she was likely of royal lineage, Pakal could not permanently prohibit her from entering the underworld, so there should be a mechanism within the prison of stone to allow her soul to find its way out, as well as a mechanism for someone else to open the prison from outside the monolith. 6 keys. Okay. North. Artifacts found as far as North Mexico. Numerous pieces lost in recent CCCC, Chaco Canyon Cultural Center. Heist. The North Key likely among them, but contact other museums in the area just to be sure. No, no, no. Okay, so we need to find... Sounds like we need to contact Chaco Canyon Cultural Center. South. My Civilization. See Rutherford interview in recent issue of Art Appraiser. Okay. East. Diego de Landa found a strange jade carving there in 1652. The East Key. West. Doddle Henry Albert IV, 605. Do I have it written down? I do, okay. Vermilion, South Dakota contact. Okay, and the Copan Fool. Reports from Dig are good. Found Jade reports from Dig. The important dig going on? Found jade carving with rabbit glyph. Rabbit was trickster in Maya folklore. Could this be the fool? Radio for delivery. Okay. Pakal. Touted itself as first true king. I need to place Pakal in a safe place. I cannot trust anyone at this time. Moral dilemma, but can I argue that the end justifies the means? I need to send a loud and clear message to the culprit racing to open the monolith alongside me. I only hope I can win this round. Okay. Amanai. City's name means submerged crocodile. Crocodile. Okay. Piece responsible for giving children their first names. Prefixes A for boys and Eeks for girls. After prefix. Abalam, Eek squat. Puberty, the child will take on his or her father's last name as well. Okay, so this opens a lot of... introduces a lot of interesting things. So we're looking for 6 keys. It sounds like Henrik has also been searching after these 6 keys. He's chasing after somebody else who's trying to open up the monolith. And it sounds like each of these keys are a jade carving that have been stolen already. And Henrik stole Pakal first. Which is interesting. Okay. That was notes. Okay. Contacts. Mexico. Diggin sites. Mexico campage. Okay. Belize. Last seen 17 months ago in rainforest. Oh boy. Sabbatical. Password. Snake. Oh wait, here we go. Dig and process. Yes, Copan, keep an eye on this. Ham radio station 2050. Comments. Password snake in Nahuatl. Okay. So it sounds like we're gonna have to fire up the ham radio. El Salvador. Husband, wife, team, speaker German only. Okay. Interesting. This is incredibly interesting. Let's go figure out what the Nahuatl word for snake is so we can contact somebody with a ham radio. Possibly a smuggling ring.
Hello, Nancy. You have a special delivery for me, I hope?
Promise me that you'll take good care of these documents.
Good work, my friend. I suppose you would like something in return?
I trust your Nahuatl has become fluent again.
The Nahuatl word for snake is coatl. C-O-A-T-L.
I should get back to the museum.
Yes, you should.
Okay, so now we know the word for snake. So, let's go fire up the ham radio, because it said radio for delivery. So let's head on over there real quick. Wait, I guess we can finish the floor 2 quiz, because we found out Hanzahab. Let's do that real quick. That way we're at least on level 3 of the museum. Alright, so let's head on over here. Let's type in everything again. Maybe. Lady Jacques. Scarlet. And Tanzahab. Yay! Okay. So now we can go on to the next level. Now we're even more further in the basement. Mildly terrifying. This is super cool. I don't know why you can get such a close-up on the water here. Nothing... You can't do anything in this screen. Burials. Be sure to explore the King Pakal tomb exhibit also on this level. Okay. Looks like there's another thing to do over there. A matching game, it looks like, here. Okay. Looks like we have a calendar game. With the calendar stones, the date equals 12 Kaban. Okay. Oh, what's this? If I could look at it. Died 68 years on the throne. The answers lie ahead. So it seems we can
locked.
open up a mock Pakal tomb. Typically, only royalty could afford to be buried with so much jade. So we will come back to this all. We should probably go radio some people. How do I get out? Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Let's go take a look at this ham radio we have. Okay, so it said channel 2050, so let's try and...
The radio tube went out.
Oh no. Okay. So we'll come back to that. Actually, we can get another radio tube. There's nowhere else to find a radio tube except for in the museum. And there actually is another radio tube that we could get from here in the
It's locked.
ham radio exhibit. There is a working radio tube we can take. Which is, oh, hang on, I just need to do that. What does this say? Okay, so this is a radio used in 1955. And we just take the ham radio tube and just use it. If you do this while it's on, you can actually get a death scene because you'll execute yourself. Okay, here we go. So we want to go station 2, 0, 5, 0.
Atención, 8, 3, 2, 7, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 7,
Okay,
1, 2,
so
7.
now we have some numbers. Luckily,
It's
we
locked.
have a guide with some number stuff here. I keep yawning. I'm so sorry. Okay. 2050 transmits a series of 5 digits in Spanish, with each transmission starting with atención, atención. So it was ocho, tres, dos, siete, uno was the numbers we get. So we're supposed to write down the last 3 digits of the series and add a 0 to get a 4-digit number. Add each of the original 5 digits and add the sum to the 4-digit number from the first step. This is the station that the smugglers will take messages on. If the station number is 56123, then the smuggler station is 1247. Put a 0 at the end, add all the digits in the series, add the number from step 1 to the number from step 2. So we can see a bunch of numbers here. Luckily, it's the same every time. So with the original digits being 832710, adding a 0 at the end and adding those 4 numbers together, plus the original 5, gets you 2731. So that's the station they're going to be transmitting on, is 2731. So now we're going to need to know first Morse code, which I have written down, if we can check the Morse code book again. And then the code word to send it. So we need to radio for them to send the item. So then we have the code words: leche, send the item immediately, the coast is clear. Mujer, meet at the rendezvous point. Sueño, don't send the item, the coast is not clear. And vacas, which payment has been sent. So we need to radio for delivery, which is leche, which is the word for milk. Which is funny because Henrik has a letter to buy milk. Where's the Morse code book at? It's here, right? Yes. Yeah, so here's the Morse code alphabet. Luckily, I already have it all written down, so let's do some transmitting to some smugglers. Okay. So, let's try transmission channel 2731.
Transmítelo ahora.
Transmit now. So, first we need to transmit the code for coatl, which is dash dot C O dot dash a single dash for T, and then dot dash dot.
Mensaje encendido. Transmítelo ahora.
Message. Okay. So now we need to do leche, which is dot dash dot, a single dot for E, dash dot dash dot for C, 4 dots for H, and then a single dot for E.
Mensaje recibido. Entregaremos el paquete lo más pronto posible. Cambio y fuera.
The message is on the way as soon as possible. And so that is all we need to do. We just contacted some smugglers, guys. Great. So that will be coming in the mail over in the shipping receiving area within the next couple of days. So, we also need to contact the Chaco Canyon Cultural Society, which we have found the number for. The weird thing about this is that you can only contact the Chaco Canyon Cultural Society from the telephone at the hotel that you're staying in. Nowhere in game does it tell you this. So you just have to kind of figure it out, which is not super great, but you know, it only works at the hotel. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh yeah, okay, so it's not super late, but Chaco Canyon will probably be closed. We also have another number we need to call, Henry Doddle. And then we also need to find how to contact Prudence Rutherford, which I do have notes for that, which we can't do it quite yet. So, no need to worry there. Okay. I guess we'll just sleep until morning. Let's go at 11. Okay. Let's see if we can talk to Henrik. Oh. Did I put it for 10 p.m.? On the alarm? Is that what I did? Or for 11 p.m.? I must have. Okay. Sorry. Silly me. Yep, I did. Oops. Alright. 11 a.m., please. Reality orientation and process. Cool. Let's go. Guess to Beach Hill. Guess we could call Henry Doddle from the hotel. Oh, and Chocolate Canyon. We should call Choco Canyon first. Chaco Canyon is 15055551222.
Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Hi, I'm hoping to speak to someone about the theft that happened there recently.
Are you the press?
No, I'm a detective investigating a similar crime in Washington, D.C.
This is Sheila Schultz, the director. What would you like to know?
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm calling from the Beach Hill Museum in Washington, D.C. I understand you had some rare Maya artifacts stolen recently.
That's right. It's a terrible loss. and the police here have no leads.
Beach Hill was robbed too. We lost one of our prized jade carvings.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I'm wondering if the robberies are connected. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the incident at Chaco Canyon?
Fire away.
I heard the thief left a red handprint at the scene of the crime. Is that true?
Yes, it was very gruesome. It looked like blood, but according to the police analysis, the print was made with a mercuric sulfide paste.
Do
Interesting.
you know of any symbolic meaning attached to a red hand?
Don't walk, don't go there, talk to the hand, as my 15-year-old would say? Really, I haven't the slightest idea.
What types of artifacts did the thief get away with?
Only the center's most prized pieces. The case contained 5 pre-Columbian artifacts that were excavated right from this area.
Which piece would you say is the greatest loss for the center?
Definitely the jade carving. It was highly unusual. There was a glyph on it that no one could translate. Until we hired Henrik Vanderheun, that is. His opinion was that it's Mayan in origin, and that it may have been a place-name glyph for this area. As you can imagine, we regarded it as something of a regional treasure.
Could you send me a photo of that jade carving so I can take a look at the glyph?
I'm afraid I sent our only print off to the insurance company. They said they'd return it, but who knows when our claim will be processed. I'm sorry.
I've just got to get my hands on a replica of that jade carving you lost. Do you have any ideas?
Not off the top of my head, but maybe one of my staff will have a bright idea. I need some time to ask around. Can you call back later?
Sure thing.
Feel free to call if you have any more questions.
Alright, so Chaco Canyon is looking for a way to get us a, like, I don't know, reproduction of that carving. Let's call Henry Doddle. With 1-605-555-3195.
Daddle residence.
Hi, may I speak to Henry Daddle, please?
Speaking.
Mr. Daddle, my name is Nancy Drew. This is a long shot, but I'm calling regarding a Maya artifact that was bought at auction in 1898 by one Henry Albert Daddle. Does that ring any bells?
Sure. Henry Albert Daddle Sr. was my great-grandfather. You're talking about the jade carving, right?
Yes, exactly. Wow, I can't believe my luck.
Well, it's a lucky life if you ask me. So what can I do for you?
I'm investigating a recent rash of thefts around the country involving similar Maya artifacts. Any information you could give me about the one your great-grandfather bought would be very helpful.
I see. Well, I was the last to inherit the carving, but my daughter Penelope was so intrigued with it that I gave it to her. I'm sure she'd be happy to talk to you about it. Why don't you give her a call on her line? It's 555-3197.
Will do. Thanks, Mr. Daddle.
My pleasure.
Just give a priceless carving to your kid. Sounds good. So we have to call the 1605 as well for Penelope.
Hello?
Hi, is this Penelope?
Not even.
Oh, is this 605-555-3197?
Yeah, but no one calls me Penelope anymore. Except my parents, that is. To my friends, the art world, and anyone else who made it out of the 20th century, I'm Poppy.
The art world? Wait, you're not Poppy Dada, are you?
Ta-da! Ping ping! You win! Who's this?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm a detective.
A detective? No way! So do you get to wear a sassy tweed hat and pick hairs off dead bodies and gross, creepy stuff like that?
I don't run into too many dead bodies, luckily. But there's plenty of other creepy stuff.
So, where'd you get my name? Don't tell me I'm like wanted by the FBI or something. That would be too scandalous.
No. You see, it's all a big coincidence. Your dad's name came up in connection with a case I'm working on.
Go Dad. Don't tell me he's wanted by the FBI. I'll be so jealous.
Actually, I called hoping your dad could help me solve this case.
That's hot. What's a case? Are there dead bodies involved? Do you need to, like, tap my phone or impersonate me or something?
Someone is stealing Maya antiquities, jade carvings to be exact, and leaving this scary red handprint at the scene of every crime.
Ghastly. So, what's with the red hand?
It's printed with this stuff called cinnabar. Nobody seems to know what it means. All I know is the more I investigate, the more complicated it gets.
Drama. So, where do the daddles come in?
I'm trying to track down certain Maya jade carvings that haven't fallen into the thief's hands yet. I think one of them might be in your family.
You mean that ancient green rock with the weird symbol on it? I slapped some shoe polish on it and stuck it in one of my paintings.
Oh, great. Oh.
You're kidding. That's a one-of-a-kind Maya artifact, a piece of history. It's hundreds of years old. It's worth a lot of money.
That's the whole point. Have you heard the saying that a work of art is never finished, just abandoned? Well, I'm taking that idea to the limit by making art that will keep changing as different people encounter, perceive, and interact with it. I'm tired of artwork that says, don't touch. I'm all about letting go, about sending my work into the world and seeing how it continues to become. Don't you see? It's an organic process. I mean, how can people really relate to art if it doesn't come to life and grow and die just like they do? That carving is part of something bigger now.
It seems awfully reckless to me, not to mention the wrench it throws into my investigation.
Oh, Nancy, don't be such a prude. Taylor's probably still got that artwork. At least, I don't think he sold it yet. Why don't you ask him? Tell him you want to see the piece called Deadly Midnight Snack. It's the one with the rubber shark.
The one with the rubber shark. Yes, I've seen it, but I didn't notice any jade carving.
Well, take a closer look there, sweets. It's in there. If you really need the carving to crack this case, why don't you just go ahead and take it?
But wouldn't it ruin your painting?
Of course not. After all, this is a chance to enact exactly what I've been talking about. The organic process. Inviting my viewers to interact with my work. The deal is, you can take the carving, but you have to put something in its place.
I can choose anything? A light bulb? A magnifying glass? A pair of headphones?
No, it should be something more organic. Stay with the title, Deadly Midnight Snack. And don't be afraid to go way out. As an artist, I can tell you that inspiration bites in the most mysterious ways.
I'll do my best.
Right on. But let's keep Taylor out of this. He'd probably blow a gasket if he saw you tampering with the merchandise. That's all art is to him, you know. Merchandise.
I'll make sure he doesn't detect a thing.
Good luck, Nancy.
Thanks, Poppy. Bye.
Poppy is such an interesting character. I kind of agree with, like, you know, art going out into the world and changing. And because I can't decide. I was looking up Dadaism, which is an art form. Yeah. And I think that Poppy Dada is a reference to Dadaism. This kind of outrageous art after the horrifyingness of First World War. So let's go talk to Taylor Sinclair. I also find it extremely interesting that the art dealer is dealing with Poppy Dada's art, who is the person we need to see because she put a jade carving in her art. It's just all like a big coincidence. And I know a lot of these games have like, big coincidences. Everyone you need to talk to within these 4 locations in Nancy Drew games, but this one seems kind of dramatic.
Mind if I help myself to one of those scrumptious-looking Oaxacan cookies?
Be my guest. Any news?
May I take a closer look at that wacky Dada painting?
Be my guest. I just had a call from Poppy this morning. She says she's in a really creative period right now. I said, please, sweetie, if you get any more creative, they're going to lock you up.
Pardon me a moment, Nancy. I'll be right back. I hope.
Okay.
Poppy said to replace it with something organic.
Oaxacan cookie. We got a paint, we got a carving, we are now carrying around a priceless artifact in our pocket, along with some keys, a bad radio tube, some headphones, and a key card. Let's head back over to Beach Hill. Oh no, we should call Choco Canyon again to see if they've come up with anything. Let's see if we have any mail from some smugglers. Yep. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so we have to get these 3 figures to be cross-eyed. There's a... Something is referencing that. Don't know what it is, but we have to get them to be cross-eyed. There we go. Sometimes it takes me a while to do, sometimes I can get it right away. So Jade Carving, we have another priceless artifact that we're just carrying around.
Diego de Landa. I wonder if that's one of the keys.
Oh, we have it in. Okay. Forgot to look at this. Number 1113. Okay. There was a box with 1113, wasn't there? 1403. 1113. Okay, so we don't know how to open that up yet. So we can put the both of those... Oh, we have to carry them around. Okay, so we have to carry around them all until we can put them all together. Which is just great. Okay, so at this point we can call Choco Canyon again. Or we can continue our way through the museum. Let's... It seems like, you know, why are we continuing our way through the museum? Like, it shouldn't... But we do actually need to continue our way through the museum. It is very important to the game to get to the end of the museum. Okay, so let's do some games. Let's go over here. Check this one out. From the Secret of Presence of Lord King Pakal, Lord of Palanque. Activities. Get your souvenir light stick from the Tomb of Pakal. Ask a guide for help.
I have a feeling this may be one of Sunny's tricks.
Okay, so we obviously can't fill this out because what animal did Lord Pakal feel the most? We should probably go ask Henrik about that one. Let's do this one real quick. It's about matching the gods with what they signify and protect or whatever. I have it all written down though. So you can find all of the answers to these in the museum, in the narration, and in the... maybe even in, like, Sunny or Henrik's disc. But luckily I have them all here. Okay, so Palanque is the Jaguar god. Khan is god of the wind. Camille, we saw him in this one above it. It's god of death. Cow is travelers. Michelle is the moon. Halak is war. Talak is rain. Ahaukin is the sun. And Umkax is the corn god. Yay! Alright, got that one done. Okay. This screen again. Let's go over and do this one. Hours and minutes, days and months. Okay, so we need to locate 12 Kaban, which is the date of Pakal's ascension. So, Kaban is here. I have them all written down. So we need to go on to here and find... I guess the easiest way is just to get to 12 first, which is 2 bars and 2 dots. There we go. Yeah. I have that written in my notes anyway. So. Oh, I forgot to do it with our key card. Oops. Hee hee. Oops. One more time. Luckily, it's pretty easy to get. There we go. Alright. So that's those two. I think the only thing we have to do is that one question we can't answer. So let's go see if we can talk to Henrik, if I can get out of here. Okay, here we go. Nope. There we go. Henrik, I need to talk to you about something. No, we're at Beach Hill. I need to go to the hospital.
Good afternoon, young lady.
Henrik, I received a note from your friends in Copan. I've got the Copan Fool Key. I still need the Pakal, though. How's your memory?
The tomb. Nancy, I hid the Pakal carving in the replica of the Pakal tomb at the bottom of the temple exhibit. Huh. Now, how did I think of that? And another thing, you'll need to get past that computer quiz. Sonny set it up with an impossible question. No one knows what Pakal was afraid of, but Sonny was petrified of the Coatamundi. It's an ornery bandit with a narrow snout and a long ringed tail, much like a raccoon or a polecat.
So that's why we've been going through the museum, because the Pakal is in the tomb.
One of the pieces that was stolen from the Chaco Canyon Cultural Center was a jade carving with an unusual glyph on it. Do you remember translating it?
I can't remember.
Okay.
You rest up. I'll be back.
Be careful.
So, we now know that Sonny was afraid of the Coatamundi. So that should be the answer to that question. I'll write it down. Oh, I did. Okay. Alright.
It's locked.
Oops. Good job, me. Yay! You can now open King Pakal's tomb. Oh my goodness, it's so hard for me to say. Why? Pakal's jade mask. In the mouth of the skull. There's our Pakal. Wearing a jade death mask that causes unrecognition as king and record him the same status as Earth. Individually carved onto the fine face features, set into a wooden base. Wooden base head rod and the jade pieces laid scattered in the sarcophagus. The mask we know today then is a reconstruction. On display upstairs in the main exhibition hall. Wow, the original mask. We have the original mask. That's incredible. How did we pull this off? Small, tiny museum. Okay. So now we have this glow stick. You can go through this awful dark tunnel. There's anything to happen, but it leads us to the monolith. Very cool. Okay, so now we have another Pakal. We have found the Pakal, so we should probably call Franklin Rose and tell him we found the Pakal. And also maybe the police, but you can't really call the police in this game. So.
You have no voice.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose.
May I speak to Franklin Rose, please?
Who may I say is calling?
This is Nancy Drew.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, how's your investigation coming along?
I'm making good progress, and the Pakal carving is safe and sound. But I'm afraid I can't tell you everything yet.
What in the world are you talking about?
I'm sorry, but I can't explain everything now. I'll take good care of the carving, I promise.
What can I say, Nancy? I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Do what you have to do, but let's get this mess cleaned up, all right?
So you'll call Joanna and invite her back to work?
I'll call her right away.
Thanks, Mr. Rose.
That's what I'm here for.
We're gonna call back.
Boswell, Jackson, and Rose. How may I direct your call?
This is Nancy Drew, calling for Franklin Rose, please.
Just a minute, please.
Nancy, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call?
I need to contact a woman named Prudence Rutherford. I noticed she's on the board of the Topeka Commission for the Arts, and that they've donated money to Beach Hill. Any idea how I might track her down?
Well, you're in luck. It so happens that Prudence and I sat on the panel of judges for the Kansas Speak No Evil Mime competition for 3 years in a row. Back when I lived in Wichita. How's that for a small world?
Dad never told me you lived in Wichita.
Indeed I did. I haven't talked to Prudence in about 10 years. But let's see if I still have her in this old dinosaur of a Rolodex. Ah, yes, here we go. Got a pen? It's area code 785-555-7279. What's this all about?
I think Ms. Rutherford had a run-in with a red-handed thief, much like the one who took the Pakal carving.
Ha! You're a real pro, Nancy. Say, why don't I call ahead and let Prudence know what's going on? That way I can say hello, and she'll be expecting you.
Now I think you're reading my mind, Mr. Rose. Thanks.
Not a problem, dear.
I love this part. I love Prudence Rutherford as a character, because she's a part of the Topeka Commission for the Arts, and I grew up in Kansas. Wichita is actually very close to where I grew up. So, I just think it's so funny that, like, I've been to Wichita, not hundreds, but, like, a lot of times, and it's like, it's just, like, throwaway phrases in this game, but it's just like, oh my gosh, that's...
Thanks for clearing my name,
not
Nancy.
Where I'm from, but
honestly, I mean, what kind of moron would I be to try and ruin my own exhibit? Anyway, we need to make up for lost time. I need you to go to the storeroom and start unpacking some of those crates. One of the pieces has a fancy security device on it. The code is 0677.
Sure thing, Joanna. I'll see you later.
Semper ubi sabubi.
Alright, we got our code. Joanna's back. We gotta hurry to get this museum on the ground, but I think we're gonna go and call the Prudence Rutherford and the Chuckle Canyon Cultural Center first. Because we need to get their stuff here as soon as possible. Alright. Where's Chuckle Canyon? There it is, okay. 1505-555-1222.
Chaco Canyon Cultural Center.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew calling.
Hi, Nancy. It's Sheila. Well, we racked our brains. Finally, one of my staff came up with the original box that the carving was packed in. The piece was encased in a tight foam cast to prevent damage during shipping. I'm not sure how much good it'll do you, but I can send it to you if you like.
At this point, I'm ready to try anything.
Henrik left Beach Hill as his forwarding address, so I know what to do. I'll send it express.
Thanks a million, Sheila.
Good luck with your investigation.
Alright, so now let's call Prudence Rutherford. 1-785-555-7279.
Yes, hello?
Hi, this is Nancy Drew, calling from Washington, D.C. I'm trying to reach Prudence Rutherford, please.
Oh, yes, Franklin told me you'd be calling. Such dreadful news about Beach Hill. I will do everything in my power to help you catch those rapscallions. To think how they violated the sanctity of my domicile. Good heavens.
I'm sorry to hear about your loss. What can you tell me about the necklace?
I can't even think about it. Oh, just the very thought of my precious necklace gone, stranded, orphaned, and in the hands of some dirty stranger makes my blood boil.
Oh, Prudence.
Was the necklace a gift?
I inherited it from my mother-in-law. But you see, the necklace means much more to me than just a handful of priceless rubies.
More? In what way?
I had the necklace restrung to include an exquisite jade carving as the centerpiece, a genuine artifact of the ancient Maya. The carving is not only one of a kind, but a Rutherford family heirloom given to me by my great-grandfather when I was just a little girl.
What does the jade piece look like?
It features a rare glyph. No one's been able to give me a precise translation, but most epigraphers have agreed that it has something to do with a snake, the color green, and the direction south. It's terribly fascinating.
Do you think the thief or thieves had any idea of what they were stealing?
Oh, they must have known. The rest of my valuables were left untouched. Frankly, I don't know whether to be grateful or insulted.
When did you realize that you'd been robbed?
The first thing I saw when I opened my eyes was this positively ghoulish red handprint on the wall. I nearly jumped out of my skin.
A red handprint was left at the scene of the crime at Beach Hill, too. Ms. Rutherford, I'm almost certain that these robberies were committed by the same person.
But why? What is so special about these carvings?
Miss Rutherford, it would be so helpful if I knew exactly what your carving looked like. Could you send me a picture that shows it in detail?
I can do better than a photo. The insurance company made this dreadful replica of the necklace with the idea that I would wear such a thing to public functions. Please. But I could send that to you if you'd like.
Perfect. Let me give you the address.
My secretary will have the address of the museum. Now, if that is all you would require, young lady, I will need to attend to other pressing matters.
Thanks a million, Miss Rutherford. I won't let you down.
Call me Prudence. Oh, and Nancy, when you find the villains who did this to me, do me a favor and give them a sound thrashing.
You're coming through loud and clear. Bye.
Oh, Prudence. Such a character. Okay, so now we're waiting on the package from Chocolate Canyon and the package from Prudence. In my first playthrough of this game, it took them forever to come in. I think like 3 days I had to just like sleep and check and sleep and check. So we'll see if they're there after we sleep until morning, after we open up the package that Joanna wants us to. Let's head on down here. Yeah, nothing today, which is fine because we just got them. So the code was 0677. Oops. There's another of the Pakal carvings. We're just carrying around millions of dollars in our pocket. You know, it's fine. Everything's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong here. Can we tell Joanna anything?
Need something?
I've
Nope.
got work to do.
Semper ubi sabubi.
Okay. Let's go see if we can talk to Henrik. If I can find the right door. Okay. Nope. Okay. Because it's too late. Cool. Alright. We will sleep until morning. Hopefully we'll have some packages in. Okay. Let's go talk to Henrik first.
Good afternoon, young lady.
Have you ever been part of a smuggling racket?
I don't know.
According to your notes, Pakal made a 6-part key to the Whisperer's tomb and scattered the pieces around the world. Do you remember anything about this?
6 keys? 6 keys? 6 keys! Nancy, what are the 4 corners of the world? North, south, east, and west. Plus the first king, Pakal himself, and the Copan fool. When they're all assembled, they open the tomb. Don't you see? This is why I stole the Pakal, to prevent some other schemer from putting the key together.
Do you think I should alert the police?
You must keep this to yourself for now. It's your only hope of getting to the bottom of this.
You
Cool.
rest up. I'll be back.
I'll do my best.
So obviously we're racing against someone to open the tomb first. We have most of the pieces, and the others are on the way, so... I think we got it. That's why we hid the Pakal. Not we, but Henrik hid the Pakal, as he explained. Which is a really interesting, like, preemptive theft to avoid a crime, a greater crime, sort of thing, which is very interesting. Do we have 2 packages? We have 1 package. From Prudence Rutherford. Please relieve me of this horrid fake reviews of me. I have no love for imposters. Okay. Only 1 comes at a time, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, so let's go talk to Alejandro Del Rio real quick. I don't think we have to, but we need to get the final Chaco Canyon piece. Maybe if we leave the area and come back, it'll spawn in. Otherwise, we'll sleep until morning and perhaps get locked into an eternal sleeping cycle.
Hello.
I should get back to the museum.
Adios, Nancy.
Okay, he has nothing to say. As I expected. Yay! Chill, Chaco Canyon. Alright, we got that. So, what can we possibly do with a case? Okay. Cast. Well, we can come over here to this handy dandy little doohickey that's been here the whole time. And fill it with some sort of... What is it? concrete mixture thing. There we go. We now have all of the carvings. Well, all of the carvings in one.
It's locked.
Okay, I didn't want to go there. I wanted to go here.
According to Henrik's notes, I need to make a key out of these pieces.
Okay, I've got to figure out which ones go where. What? Thought I had to put the top piece on first before it would let me do. Now I'm extremely confused. Okay, it had to be that side. Right. Oop. Great.
Now I have the key.
We now have the key. So let's go check out the monolith.
Something's missing here.
So it's missing those discs. Now we've already actually seen those discs. They are in the museum. We are rapidly approaching the end of the game. Like, we have maybe, I don't know, maybe like 10 minutes? Not 10 minutes, but we are very close to the end of the game. And it doesn't feel like it. But we've just constructed the key.
Wow, these are heavy.
Nancy, I need you to turn around.
I'm not sure I can hold on to these stones for very much longer. I've got to put these things down.
Nancy.
Something's missing here.
There we go. Okay.
The poem said, when the first king
that's what this
ascends
is. Okay.
again.
So Pakal ascended in 6 Lamont. That's what I have written here. Instead of, I don't know what 12 Kaban is, but he ascended in 6 Lamont. So that's what we need to get to. So, this looks like 6 right there with 5, 6. And I don't, it's hard to tell what Lamont is. It's the one with an X. Oh, I think it's this one here. Yep. So now we just need to figure out. We have to go to each side. I thought.
I've already solved this part.
Okay. Here we go. It's this side.
Like a keyhole.
There is a way to figure out
which side of the cube goes here.
like north, south, east, and west, but I just try until it says it's right.
Nothing happened.
Okay, so that one was that one. So then we go to this side. Try this. That was right, okay. Let me go back. I guess we are extremely close to the end.
Interesting.
Really? That's what you have to say? Okay. Sure, Nance. Okay.
This should be the last step.
The last step, and we are about to open up the monolith. This is something that hasn't been opened since the height of Mayan civilization.
I wonder what's inside.
Remember when Poppy was talking about, like, dead bodies, and I was like, oh yeah, dead bodies.
It's blank.
Who's your friend, Nancy? Boo.
Taylor Sinclair.
Who'd you expect, the Tooth Fairy? Looks like someone forgot her beauty cream. I guess we can't all age gracefully.
I'm sure she would say the same about you.
You've been a top-notch assistant, Nancy, but I'm afraid you're just not going to make it in the art world.
Why are you doing this?
Nancy, do you have any idea what that book contains?
This tomb and all of its contents belong to Mexico.
Finders keepers, I say. Nobody even realizes this thing has any contents. Won't they get a surprise when they finally open it up and find that it contains a 7th century scribe and a 21st century detective? Adios, Nancy.
Okay. So, Taylor Sinclair just shoved us inside the monolith, which is terrifying, which also contains a dead body. If you let, because what happens is that Nancy suffocates in there. If you let her suffocate, it's a news article that pops up from, like, 32, like, I think it's like 20, like, 32 something. I think I might let that happen, just so we can see it.
I'm starting to run out of air in here.
It'll be the only actually endgame scene we've seen between
here.
the two games. But the idea is that we use this glow stick we got from King Pakal to get some stuff.
I'm suffocating in here. Let me out.
I'm sorry, Nancy. $700 years from now. Yeah, October 23rd, 2702. Two mummies found in Maya Museum exhibit. Okay, so now we're actually going to do what we should. Which, we're going to use the glow stick from Pakal's tomb and do a few things in here. Also, terrifying endgame sequence. To be honest, okay. We need to face that and turn right to place this in the correct spot.
It's too dark in here. I need a light. I'm starting to run out of air in here.
Okay, turn left twice and look down to remove the stone lid.
This may be the scribe's notes about Pakal.
Pick up the writing and item, turn to face the eye on the door.
I gotta get out of here.
Place item in the eye. We did it! Surely no one will help us.
Our heroine emerges from the tomb, like a mermaid from the sea.
Meanwhile, the foolish villain stews in the sour soup of his own miscalculation.
From deep in the recesses of time, a wise royal scribe whispers her thanks.
And a priceless chapter of history
We'll talk
is
about this in a
rescued
second,
from
don't worry.
obscurity. Way to go, Nancy!
What in the world? Ah! Confound you, Nancy Drew!
Dear Dad, it was great to talk to you on the phone last night. I can't wait to see you back in River Heights where I can fill you in on the whole story. Can you believe that your own daughter was recently standing face to face with a real mummy? Now that the scribe's book has been recovered, I understand how important it is and why Taylor thought he could make a fortune selling it on the black market. The book contains one of the only personal accounts of Maya life and existence anywhere. I'm sure it'll be a tremendous addition to our knowledge of the Maya, once it's translated, that is. And now that Henrik's memory is back up to speed again, I'm sure he'll be itching to get to work on it. Taylor Sinclair won't be making any art deals for a long time, though, that's for sure. I guess I shouldn't be surprised about Alejandro's discovery that the Pakal carving's provenance documents were faked after all. When Franklin Rose and the board found out, they arranged to return the artifact to Mexico right away. Mexican officials are so happy to have the artifact back, they have pledged a new era of diplomatic relations with Beach Hill. Joanna sure learned her lesson about making deals with shady operators like Taylor. The board has agreed to give her another chance, as long as she reforms her business tactics. And what else? Oh yes, Poppy Dada's announced a new direction in her artwork. All her new paintings are going to feature, what else? Mysterious red handprints. So I guess everyone is taking off in new directions now. I'm going to stay and help this exhibit get launched. But I'll see you back at home in a couple of weeks. Have a safe trip home. Love, Nancy.
Let's see the game first.
Dear Nancy, Bess and George told me you're on a case in D.C. I hope everything is working out for you. I wish I could say the same for me. I'm planning on living here, but there's been some trouble. I think someone or something doesn't want me here. Please, Nancy, I'm afraid I can't stay here very much longer. I know you're busy, but I'm desperate. I need you to come out and investigate. Please say you will. Your friend, Sally.
Okay, so that trailer was for Ghost Dogs and Moon Lake, by the way. So the ending sequence. What were the three of them doing out there? Why were they not trying to help get the monolith open? I mean, they probably obviously couldn't because it needed the key, but like, were you guys just out there practicing your lines while I was suffocating in there? Anyway, I think it's so funny. And Henrik's appearance at the end brings up the discussion of, is Henrik pretending to lose his memory? Because it's right back. Right at the end, he's all of a sudden better. And he's there with the three of them at the end. And it's just like, it opens a discussion in the community. It's like, is Henrik faking his amnesia so he can steal the Pakal and get out of this scot-free kind of thing? Let's see. Also, there was, in the final sequence there is a bit where Henrik writes a note about, Taylor Sinclair getting carrots in prison, which, it's like, is that saying that he's Big Bunny from the notes of Summer of 72? It's like, I don't know. We didn't talk to Bess or George this entire time, or the Hardy Brothers. We could call the Hardy Boys. I didn't know that. Oops. What else was there to discuss? Terrifying endgame sequence. Like, all the ones that are just like, you know, oh no, I'm in trouble, I have to get out of this place, and I'll probably die if I don't. But like, suffocating to death in a stone monolith. Terrifying. What else? I think that's about it. Taylor Sinclair was the bad guy all along? Are we surprised? No. But yeah, I love this game. It's one of my favorites. It's just so much fun, and you learn so much stuff about the Maya and about such a cool museum. It's a great one. We're only at an hour and a half in, but honestly, I think I might just call stream here. I have some homework to do. I have to write a paper. I don't have to write a whole paper today, but I have to finish up the paper. Stuff like that. And I also have to decide what we're going to do on Thursday and Friday, because I don't know. Yeah. So, I think that's gonna be it for us. I had a great time with Secret of the Scarlet Hand. It's such a good game. Of course, there are parts of it that if you don't know how to proceed, like calling Chaco Canyon, getting everything, calling Prudence, because you can only call Prudence by calling, Franklin Rose. So it's a difficult one to go into playing completely blind. Like, a blind playthrough is not fun of this. But it's fun when you've played through it before, and when you have all your notes written down, so you can just kind of coast through all the questions and the whole ham radio sequence thing. But I love it. I love this game. It's a fun one. I think it doesn't get enough love in the ND community. I mean, some people hate it because of the way that it is. And navigation is kind of a challenge in this game. If you don't know the game very well. I've played through it, I think this is at least 3 times. This might be time number 4. Which is nothing on Deception Island. I mean, I know that game like the back of my hand. But, yeah. We will definitely play more Nancy Drew games in the future here on the channel. I definitely want to play Alibi and Ashes because I love that game. The whole thing about Alibi and Ashes is that Nancy is pinned as the culprit for burning down a building. And you have to prove her innocence. And there are so many... It's so fun because you're running around as Bess and George and then Frank... No. Frank and Joe are not involved. Bess and George and her boyfriend Ned. So fun. Such a fun game. Can also be a little rough to play through if you don't know how things go in that game. Yeah, that one's fun. Tomb of the Lost Queen is good. I just recently did my first playthrough with Tomb of the Lost Queen. I'll always play through a Nancy Drew game first before playing it on Twitch because I want to know how the game flows. I don't want to be stuck at something for 20 minutes when I don't know how to solve it. Like that, for instance, that Royal Flush puzzle in Deception Island. I knew how it had to go and I knew I struggled with it, and so I expected to take as long as I did. But if I'm sitting there like, I don't even know how to proceed in this game, I don't want to do that on stream kind of thing. But yeah, I'm not sure what we'll play on Thursday and Friday. Probably not a Nancy Drew game. It'll probably be something like Ooblets or Roots of Pacha or even like Sims, something like that. We'll figure it out though. But with that being said, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It was a little bit of a shorter stream, but I hope you had fun. I certainly did. Like I said, I love this game. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.